150 compound sentences. I went to the store and I bought some milk. She loves coffee, but she can't drink it anymore. The sun was shining, so we went to the beach. He studied hard, yet he didn't pass the exam. They wanted to go, but they had no car. I was tired, so I took a nap. She sings well, but she never performs. We played soccer, and we won the game. It started to rain, so we stayed inside. He likes pizza, but she prefers pasta. They worked all day, yet they were still full of energy. I cooked dinner, and we ate together. The dog barked, but nobody heard it. She was late, so she missed the meeting. We traveled to Paris, and we loved it. He read the book, but he didn't enjoy it. I cleaned the house, and then I relaxed. She wanted to help, but she didn't know how. It was cold outside, so we stayed home. They went hiking, and they saw a deer. The car broke down, but we managed to fix it. He plays the guitar, and she sings along. I lost my keys, so I couldn't enter the house. We watched a movie, but it wasn't good. She baked a cake, and it tasted delicious. He was hungry, so he ordered a pizza. The train was late, but we eventually arrived. I studied all night, and I passed the test. They visited the museum, but it was closed. She was tired, so she went to bed early. He worked hard, but he didn't finish on time. We planted a tree, and it started growing fast. She forgot her wallet, so I paid for her. They built a sandcastle, but the waves destroyed it. He played soccer, and she cheered for him. I washed the dishes, but I forgot the pans. It was hot, so we went swimming. They argued, but they made up later. The baby cried, so I gave him a toy. She wrote a letter, but he didn't reply. He painted the fence, and it looked great. I read the news, and then I called my friend. The concert was amazing, but it ended too soon. She wanted to dance, but the music stopped. He missed the bus, so he took a taxi. I found a new job, and I start next week. They played cards, but they didn't win. The cake was delicious, and everyone asked for the recipe. He cleaned the garage, and then he mowed the lawn. She likes chocolate, but she's allergic to it. I lost my phone, so I bought a new one. They saw a movie, and then they had dinner. She smiled, but her eyes looked sad. He forgot his umbrella, so he got wet. The store was closed, but we found another one. I learned French, and now I can speak it. They invited us over, but we couldn't go. He built a bookshelf, and it looks great. She made a mistake, but she fixed it quickly. We walked in the park, and then we had ice cream. The weather was nice, so we had a picnic. I wrote a letter, but I never sent it. She told a joke, and everyone laughed. He wanted to leave, but he stayed anyway. We played basketball, and we had fun. The lights went out, so we lit some candles. She baked cookies, but they were burnt. He bought a new car, and it's very fast. I tried to help, but I made things worse. They went camping, and they saw a bear. She studied all night, but she failed the exam. He worked late, so he missed dinner. The dog ran away, but we found him later. I found my wallet, and it still had all the money in it. She forgot to set the alarm, so she woke up late. We went fishing, and we caught a big fish. He wanted ice cream, but the shop was closed. I cleaned the room, and it looks much better now. They painted the walls, but they didn't finish the ceiling. She wore a new dress, and it looked beautiful. He plays piano, and she plays violin. I lost my ticket, but they let me in anyway. The flight was delayed, so we waited at the airport. She cooked dinner, but nobody liked it. We went to the zoo, and we saw a lion. He wanted to swim, but the pool was closed. I called my friend, and we talked for hours. She tried to explain, but I didn't understand. They went to the gym, and then they had lunch. The phone rang, but nobody answered it. I wanted to go, but I had too much work. He sang a song, and everyone clapped. She baked a pie, but it wasn't sweet enough. We went shopping, and we bought new shoes. He left early, but he came back later. I read the book, and I really enjoyed it. She wanted to visit, but she was too busy. He found a job, and he starts tomorrow. The party was fun, but it ended too soon. I played tennis, and I won the match. She painted the room, and it looks amazing. He forgot his keys, so he couldn't enter the house. I was hungry, but there was no food. They went hiking, and they found a waterfall. She baked a cake, but it didn't rise. He wanted to play, but it started raining. I cleaned the car, and then I went for a drive. She danced all night, but she didn't get tired. We went to the concert and it was incredible. He ordered pizza, but it never arrived. I found a coin and I put it in my pocket. They studied hard, but they didn't pass the test. She missed the bus, so she walked to school. He sang a song, but nobody listened. I baked cookies and they turned out perfect. They went fishing, but they didn't catch anything. She read the book and she loved it. I was late, so I missed the beginning of the movie. He bought a bicycle, and he rides it every day. We played football, but we lost the match. She called her friend and they made plans. He worked overtime, but he didn't get paid extra. I went to the park and I saw a squirrel. They traveled to London, but they didn't like the weather. She practiced the piano, and now she plays beautifully. He wanted to leave, but his car wouldn't start. I read a book, and then I wrote a summary. They painted the house, but they forgot the doors. She wanted to help, and she brought supplies. He took the train, but he arrived late. We watched TV, and then we went to bed. She wanted a cat, but she adopted a dog. He told a joke, and everyone laughed. I cooked dinner, but I burned the chicken. They wanted to visit, but they didn't have time. She bought a dress, and it fit perfectly. He lost his wallet, but someone returned it. I cleaned the kitchen, and then I made a cake. They went to the museum, but it was closed for renovation. She ordered a coffee, but they gave her tea. He played chess, and he won the tournament. I wanted to sleep, but the noise kept me awake. They saw a movie, and they really enjoyed it. She painted a picture, but she didn't like the colors. He wanted to travel, but he didn't have enough money. We went to the beach, and the weather was perfect. She baked bread, but it didn't rise. He learned to play guitar, and now he's in a band. I called my mom, but she didn't answer. They planned a trip, and they are leaving tomorrow.